Dude, that's all you get now.
Other than the usual ID, empty, including folding green. No cash box. Maybe the cabbie was having an off night. Or maybe we have a robbery motive. I don't have anything for you right now.
Hey, looking for a hint? Hey, glad to help.
Shirt pocket? Dead? What are you talking about? Did you say cab driver? Oh, how horrible. But surely that doesn't have anything to do with me, with us. Liz and I, we put flyers everywhere, all over Vegas. And our tribe needs artists, and we plastered the place. So this cabbie, he could have got that flyer just about anywhere.
Possibly, but on this particular flyer, your face is circled with the word, if you excuse me, bitch beside it. Does a cab driver named Bob ring a bell?
It doesn't ring anything. So he scribbled something nasty next to a woman's picture, so what? Do I have to tell you there's an army of weirdos out there? Misogynistic a-holes? Look, I have work to do. Art to create, actually. Are we done? Liz? Why, she's in the backyard working on our fire temple.
Crime scene? Are you kidding? How much are you people going to put me through? I reported it myself. It was a damn accident, and hell, I said I'd pay for the goddamn fence. Sorry, I don't mean to lose it or anything, but our neighbors are born-again tight-asses who don't exactly love living next door to an alternative lifestyle couple. Why don't you explain to them what discrimination means and tell them to back the hell off?
We don't have permission for this yet.
Oh, sorry. I thought the fire. Anyway, yes, this is our fire temple. We were planning to take it out to the festival. What? Did I say... Sorry, I'm just tired. So many stupid hassles today. Anyway, there's still a lot left to do, but yes, we are still planning to take it out to the festival. Why? Ed? Sure, I know Ed, but I didn't know his name was... Anyway, sure, yes, Ed was helping us out with the temple, but he... Look, he's just another one of these free spirits. Took off. I have no idea where. Why? Is he in some kind of jam?
If you define jam as having his fingerprint found at a murder scene, yeah. On a turpentine can, to be specific. A can Ed said may have belonged to you.
Murder? Look, I can't believe Ed would say anything like that. Are you saying he tried to blame something on me? No. No way. No way in hell. Well, you get to know people after a while, you know? And I know Ed, and Ed just wouldn't. Well, what do you think? I'm an artist. Look at how much painting I have to do. You're a detective. See if you can deduce if I'd have a use for turpentine. Bob is the bastard who's been harassing Deborah. He's a Neanderthal with a taxi cab. Why are you asking me about that lowlife?
That lowlife is the victim someone burned to death in a cab using the accelerant turpentine. His remains were discovered in the foundry yard in the commercial district, not far from here.
That's sick. That is really sick. Is he... You mentioned murder before. Oh. God. I can't say I'm sorry he's gone, but I wouldn't wish a death like that on anybody. Let me think. 9 and 10. Well, I would have been out walking. I do that a lot. After dark, when it's cool.
Alone? After dark?
Yes, alone. Why not? I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't stop and chat with anybody or anything. Or see anybody else out walking. Sometimes I just like to be by myself. Like now, for instance. Are we through here?
Not my cell. Must be yours.
Hey, Sarah's in the garage. Wanted me to let you know she's got the cab ready. Brass out.
Okay, partner. You heard the man. I'll follow your lead. You been to the garage yet?
Well, eventually it'll be our worship room, where we pay homage to the goddess of fire. Right now it's storage space, for my art supplies. Yes, I mind. There's nothing back there but an altar, which nonetheless is something precious and private to us. I've already told you it's a mess right now, just a bunch of paint and other junk. If you don't mind, I'd like you people to leave. All of this is very disturbing, and I really have had quite enough.
Understood. And we appreciate your time. We'll talk again, but until then, don't leave Vegas.
There you are. I've already pulled out the front seat. The rest is all yours.
That's a gay bar over on East Sahara. A trendy one. Or so I hear. Not the right tool for this. Good job. This area is clean. Ah, GPS device. Should be able to download our cabbie's route directly from this. Good match. Record of fire-related misdemeanors, most recently fire damage to her neighbor's fence. This places our friendly neighborhood fire goddess in the cab sometime before the fire. GPS log has Bob driving through town before making his last stop of the night. Or ever. There are security cams all along this route. Good chance one may have picked up our perp. I'll ask Brass to go after any footage. Now this is interesting. Looks like our cabbie deposited a check for $500, written to him by Deborah. We need to find out how somebody harassing a party winds up getting payment from that party.
How did you guys find out about that? Liz, I suppose. Listen, you want to know something about me? Ask me. We went out a couple times back in high school. He seemed like a nice guy at first, before the real Bob started coming out. Freaking racist, flaming homophobe. Back then I hadn't come to terms with my, sexual orientation, but I knew Nazi talk when I heard it. I dumped Bob's bigoted butt like the day before prom. And let's just say he didn't take it well. But you know, that's ancient history, right? Only some people never quite dragged themselves out of high school, huh? Anyway, maybe 2 weeks ago, he must have got hold of one of our flyers, 'cause he started calling me. First he pretended to be nice and asked me out, for old time's sake, you know?
And that's when you let him know about your sexual orientation.
Not at first. I just tried to let him down easy. Said I was in a long-term committed relationship, and then he snaps. His voice all different, sarcastic, nasty as hell. And he says, "What, was some dyke?" So he knew all along about Liz and me. Maybe Ed told him. Maybe Ed handed him a flyer. You'd have to ask Ed about that. And then the calls started. Obscene, abusive, nightmare abuse. And I had his calls blocked. And then he kept driving up and down past my house in his cab. It was awful, really disturbing. I was scared half to death. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but after I dumped him back in high school, he'd corner me in the hall and harp about the money he spent on prom, the limo, the rented tux, the corsage, how I owed him. So I thought, pay him off, pay him back. So I go out to that cab and say, "How much to get you the hell out of my life?" He says, "Not for $1 million, baby." I say, "I'll give you $500 to just go away." And he says, "Done." And I did. And then he kept coming around anyway. You bet your ass I did. Not that it did any good. I guess you people don't think it's harassment when somebody like me gets hassled.
Actually, we do. Of course, you don't need our help now. He won't be hassling you again, will he?
So that's what I get for being honest with you people? So that's what you do with a victim like me? You make me out a suspect. Well, maybe I'm not shedding any tears for Bob, but I had nothing to do with what happened to him.
Not yet. Check back. Direct evidence of Liz inside of the cab. Both ladies a possible source of turpentine, and the cabbie's history adds fuel to the fire. He's on his way to interrogation now.